Testing, testing. Okay, I don't think so. Nothing. You want me to use this one? Hello, hello? Testing, testing.
Hello? Hello? Yeah.
Okay, good morning, everybody. Come on in and have a seat. Welcome to Penang Bible Church. And what day, let me ask you kids, what's today? Mother's Day. It's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. In the past, we have done some Mother's Day activities, and sometimes we do Mother's Day trivia. This year, we're going to leave it to you children to do something nice for your moms, okay? Do something nice. Now, Mr. Yost just made a noise like that's the most ridiculous thing he's ever heard, that his kids would do something nice for him. But I hope that you do that. I will call my mother. I called her yesterday, but I'll call her and make sure that we always appreciate our mothers, right? So important in our lives. Now, what about Father's Day? When is that? Does anybody care? Nobody cares, right? It's Father's Day. It's true. Sorry. Okay, I want to play a game this morning, but I need 4 volunteers for this game. So I need some people to volunteer. All right, of course, Jerry will volunteer. He always does. Come on up, Jerry. DJ will volunteer. Come on up, DJ. Hudson will volunteer. Mr. Brewster will volunteer. Great. Here we go. So why don't you guys are good over there. Maybe just so everybody can see, you and Hudson switch spots, Jerry. There. So, yeah, we'll just go tallest or shortest. All right. And scoot over just a little bit more so everybody can see. Jerry, you're going to need to see the screen, okay? So make sure you can see it. All right. So here's our game that we're going to play this morning. I'm going to show you guys a picture, and you've got to match the picture. So this one here, this one that says X, you've got to match it with the one that's the same size over here, okay? So, for instance, DJ, take a shot at this one. Okay? B, he says. What do you think in the room? Okay, it's B. So that's what the game is. You've got to match the size of these things. Okay, now here's the most important thing, is that no help from the audience. Don't open your mouth. Don't make faces. Don't wave your hands. 0 help. Ming bai ma? Xie. So here we go. Are you ready to start this game? Oh, by the way, I forgot to invite our scorekeeper. Come on, Tia's going to keep score for us. I forgot about that. Come on up, Tia. You can just have a seat right there. Okay. By the way, audience, did I mention that you can't help at all? Nothing. Okay, it's very important. No, that was just a practice one. Okay, here we go. First one. And I'll call on you in order, okay? So here's the first one. DJ? A. Okay, you got the score? Shh. All right. Next one. DJ? Today. Okay. Next one. B, 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 C. All right, next one, DJ. Hudson? What? Get up, come on. Act like you're playing a game here. Okay. Next up, DJ. Okay. All right, DJ. Shh. Okay, number 7. Brian? I don't know. They're supposed to be quiet, but they're not listening. All right.
We're just going on height, right?
Just on height.
C's the same height as X, so yeah, C.
B. Tia, you getting all this? All right. DJ? Let's go Brian first this time. No, there's 2 more. Brian, you go first this time.
It's funny how I get distracted by how thick they are. They seem to be slightly different. That one's definitely
A. DJ? Jerry? We'll just skip to the last one. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, DJ. Hudson? Hudson said B. Okay. The game is over. Who won the game, you think? Maybe. Did you notice that Hudson disagreed at first? And then he started agreeing with them down the road? Why did you do that, Hudson? Why did you disagree at first and then agree with everything they said? Okay. He said, because my brother's so smart. Okay. Well, I think this is probably obvious to you. You guys can sit down. Thank you very much. Actually, Hudson, come on up here. I want you to stay up here for a minute. Good job. This is called the Ash experiment. Okay, it's a famous experiment, and you probably picked up on this, but DJ and Jerry and Brian were in on it with me. And they were instructed by me in advance to choose the wrong answer after the second one. Okay, so the first 2 they got right, and then I was watching to see what Hudson would do. All right, what he would do. And when this experiment was originally done, 75% of the participants conformed to the crowd at least one time, right? I think Hudson conformed, 8 of the 11 times. So You went with what those guys said, 8 of the 11 times, right? So this experiment and others like it prove the influence of others is a very real factor in our lives. What influences did this guy have up there? He had his older brother, right? He had an elder in the church, and he had Mr. Brewster. And he caved in, but you know what? He was a good sport, so here's a candy bar for you. Yeah. This is interesting. When they did this study in real life back in the 1950s, there's 2 things that jumped out of this study. First of all, 3 things. First of all, people conform. People are influenced by those around them, right? That's one of the first things. But here's the other thing. Group size. In the original experiment, they had a lot of people involved. Nobody knew each other. But the one participant didn't know the other 6, and they didn't know that there were 6 people to start with. But as you went from 3 to 4 to 5 to 6, we call them confederates, people that were in on it, people got more and more conforming to them, less and less likely to pick the obvious truth. So when maybe we'll say it this way, when everybody's doing it, it's easy to jump in and be influenced by that, isn't it? And here's the other thing. When just one person in this experiment dissented, okay, so for instance, had DJ said B, and Brian said B, and Jerry said the right answer, C, then that would probably have been enough for Hudson to say C. Just one person who will stand up and say what the truth is will actually break the chain of misinformation and bad influence, right? That's kind of interesting, I think. So today, in our sermon, we're going to look at 2 different kinds of influencers that the Apostle Paul talks about. And he's going to offer us a choice between 2 different kinds of influences, and he's going